My dear things, look at this. The Peter Christian sock box. Don't me take a look at these lovely dancing hares. Aren't they marvellous? They're wonderful animals. Now, I take it off. There we are. And look at those wonderful socks. My goodness me. They go almost with my hat, don't they? My Peter Christian hat. It's absolutely terrific. The gentleman's smoking cap. So there we are. Now we must come to Adelaide, which is almost with us. And by the time some of you hear what I'm going to be saying now, the first ball will have been bowled. But let me say, first of all, that with England's two massive defeats in the first two Test matches, all of the gossip this end has been about doom and gloom about England, and I don't think enough credit has been given really to Australia and what they've done. And this may be so in Australia too. They have completely outplayed England in every single department of the game. They've played some magnificent cricket. We've had Smith, who's been the acting captain, and we'll talk in a moment about how well he's done that. Obviously Stark, who took all those wickets. Obviously Travis Head with that wonderful 100 in Perth. Then Carey has kept wicket magnificently, scored important runs. Labuschagne has scored important runs too, coming in at number 3. And it has been a really good all-round performance. The bowlers have given nothing away. The batters, I suppose I should say, have dispatched bad balls for 4 with rigorous efficiency. And, the fielding has been brilliant. And at the Gabba in the second test, Australia dropped no catches at all. Where England on that third morning, when Australia's tail went in, they dropped something like 5. Well, they dropped 5 in that innings, didn't they? Starting with Smith putting down Travis Head. That was, oh dear. Anyway, catches win matches, they jolly well do. And Australia really have had it all the way. They've been very much the better side and have deserved everything they've got. And they come into this third test match with tremendous confidence. They're going to have their captain, Paddy Cummins, back. Smith, as I say, has been brilliant as a stand-in. They're going to have Lyons back too, Nathan Lyon, who was left out strategically because they wanted to go in on with a four-man or 5-man pace attack for the pink ball game up in Brisbane. And look how well that worked for them. Now, Smith's captaincy, he was captain of Australia. He got into trouble because of he and David Warner seemed to connive in the ball tampering business in South Africa in 2018. And Smith lost the job, and Cummins has really taken over and made himself very much a part of it all. And this team is Cummins' team. And so it was difficult for Smith to come back, but I thought he did it very well indeed. He never tried to sort of outdo Cummins. He captained the side calmly and coolly, and my goodness me, it worked beautifully, didn't it? And I thought he'll step down happily now because he's that sort of a chap, I think, and Cummins will take on. And if Cummins can bowl anything like it, he's been bowling at full tilt in the nets, well, Australia are going to be a formidable side. And Adelaide always takes a bit of spin. And Nathan Lyon may not be quite the bowler he was, but he's still got he's got well over 500 test wickets to his name. And I should be very surprised if he doesn't take wickets in Adelaide. Now, let's look at England. I wonder if I detect a slight sort of disagreement, shall I say, in the top echelons of baseball. When England lost so badly by 8 wickets in Brisbane, Stokes was clearly angry, upset, and he said, didn't he, in his post-match interview, that there was no place in his team for weak-minded batsmen. Well, that set us all thinking. There were a lot of weak-minded batsmen, weren't there? There was Pope, there was Crawley, there was Duckett, there was Smith, certainly, there were even Brook. Although Harry Brook subsequently has owned up. He's admitted to playing really bad shots in the first innings in Perth and the second innings in Brisbane. And he looks to me as though he really might have sort of worked it out and set his mind to it. Let us, from England's point of view, hope so, because he is a wonderful player. Anyway, about 2 days or 3 days after Stokes had said there were no place for weak-minded players in his team, McCullum made the statement that they were going to stay loyal to the 7 batsmen who had been playing in the series so far. Well, McCullum is Bazball rules all with him, and this is the batting side he wants, but I think he had no choice because there simply aren't viable replacements out there. I mean, Jacob Bethel had a bad one-day tour, T20 tour in New Zealand. He scored a few runs in the minor cricket he's been playing in Australia, but he's not really in form, and to send him straight into a test match, just as they did so stupidly at the Oval against India when he came in with no cricket behind him and was rolled over twice easily. So, I mean, I think that's absolutely right. But they have kept Will Jacks, who made that very determined 41 and put on 96 with Stokes in Brisbane. And Jacks looks to be exactly the sort of cricketer England need, a fighter. Okay, he's a white ball cricketer, but my goodness, didn't he adapt well and to the 5-day test game. And, well, not that it went for 5 days, but you know what I mean. And look at that catch. I mean, it was the sort of thing that might on its own have inspired England. It didn't, but I think he's a very good chap to have in the side. Poor old Shoaib Bethel, the other off-spinner, who they picked as the number 1 off-spinner, but his form has been very bad. He's played a few minor matches, has taken no wickets, cost an awful lot of runs, and I think when he won't play in any test matches now, I can't see it unless there's real problems with injuries or something. And he'll have to come back to England next summer, find a county and really start all over again. So this match is going to be a big ask for England. Can they do it? Well, they've got the players, the calibre of players who can do it. They did it against Australia. They came back from 2-0 down in England in 2023. And if it had not been for the rain in Manchester, would have won that series 3-2. Last year, they lost 3-2 to India. Harry Brook cost them the match when he threw his wicket away, having made 100 at the Oval, do you remember? And they lost narrowly by 6 runs, I think it was, and they should have won that. The players are good enough, but their mindset is all over the place. Has that been changed? It's too late to say, can it be changed? The match is almost upon us. It depends on that. It's difficult. Stokes and McCullum will have done their best. It looks as though Brook understands it, and I dare say the others do too. I don't know. Let us hope so. Let us hope that 2 batters go out in the first 4 and get 100, and that really will buoy the dressing room. And then let's hope that Archer steams in and gets 4 wickets early on. Archer's going to open the batting with Carse. Carse has been retained. Stokes prefers his northern toughness to Gus Atkinson, who's been a little bit unlucky to be dropped, and Josh Tongue has come in. The bowling, well, Stokes himself, he needs another haul. He got those 5 in the first innings in Perth. And if he can do it again, well, who knows? It is a question of who knows, but all the ifs are rather big ifs, aren't they? And if England can hold their catches, that's another colossal if. There we are. You pay some money, you take your choice. The odds are very much against England, but it can be done. And Peter Christian, look at this lovely gentleman's smoking cap. It's splendid. And do remember not only the lovely socks, the sock box, but what I really love are these wonderful hares. Hares are absolutely one of my favourite animals. I think they're glorious. I mean, I personally would buy the socks for the hair alone. But aren't they lovely? I mean, look at all those wonderful colours. So there we are. Peter Christian forever.